Games that feature fast-paced action, simplistic controls, but a challenging design can be a lot of fun when done correctly. And there's a new one called Flywrench now out on the PlayStation 4. But is this game a cosmic good time, or should it just be blasted into outer space? Flywrench has you playing as a spaceship, traveling through space, going to different planets, and completing over 170 levels of challenging and increasingly difficult levels. The game's focus is all around different color schemes. Basically, you'll have barriers throughout the course of levels that you'll have to bypass by using different parts of the controls. For example, pressing X to fold your ship up, turning it red, and making you propel forward a little bit. This also allows you to gain altitude and momentum. You have the square button, which will spin your ship around repeatedly, and you can bounce off of certain walls because of this, getting through green barriers, but because of slants and slopes, you may end up hitting one wrong and fly right into a different colored barrier that you won't be able to bypass. You also have the white neutral barriers that you just have to maneuver through without pressing any of the buttons, and purple ones where you can't go through them with any of the button presses, so you just have to avoid them. The way the game progresses is you're working from planet to planet, eventually trying to get to our sun, starting with Pluto. Every one of the planets provides new gameplay challenges along the way to make sure that you never feel too comfortable with everything that's going on. This is the kind of game that you will die, and die again before you finally kind of master whatever it is, and sometimes it's just blind luck for being able to actually complete some of the more difficult levels, just barely being able to change color at the right moment to get past whatever obstacle is in your way. The good thing is, of course, there is no life count in the game, so you're able to get right back into the action, not having to worry about your life count, and just keep that fast-paced momentum going. Even though there is the space theme, it has kind of an old-school computer and old video game vibe to everything, with its very simplistic lines and designs, a lot of computer code throughout, and gives it a different kind of look. As you go through the game, there is a few things you will unlock, including a time trial mode. There's also a jukebox to listen to the game's soundtrack, which I have to say is one of the best parts about this game. I love the EDM-style music that is included here. It really puts you into the mood of everything and keeps up with the action quite well. From the technical side of things, the game ran smoothly, but I did run into a few issues. It crashed a couple of times, and I also ran into a bug where if I paused the game during a level and then unpaused it, the entire screen was blank and nothing was going on. I could easily back out to the level selection and then go back in and everything was fine again, but this seemed to happen no matter what level I was on. If I paused it, I would have to go back to the menu in order to continue from where I left off. Flywrench is available for $9.99 on the PlayStation 4. It unfortunately does not feature a full trophy list or platinum. Most of the trophies involve beating each of the levels on every one of the planets and beating the entire game in less than 2 hours and 50 minutes. Overall, I did enjoy Flywrench. The music and the challenge provided was a lot of fun, and the difficulty didn't seem overbearing to me, but of course that's going to be subjective to your skill level and how much you end up enjoying the game. I will also say if you get motion sickness easily from games, you may want to steer clear of this one, or at least be cautious with it. After a few of my longer play sessions, even I was getting a bit of a headache while playing it. I think just due to the color schemes, the screen shaking when you ended up losing a life, and just everything to do with the fast-pacedness of the game ended up being a little bit overwhelming at times, so just keep that in mind. With that said though, I'm giving Flywrench a 7 out of 10. But anyway guys, that's going to wrap up this review. I'd like to thank you for watching, and of course I hope you enjoyed.